Hello everybody, hope you all are doing great. Welcome to my channel. My name is Kavach Khanna and this video is a part of my Christ Diaries. As requested by all of you, today I will be talking to you guys about internships at Christ University. As you all know, internships are a very important factor and a part of your curriculum, be it for your undergraduate or postgraduate program at Christ University. I will be breaking this video into three parts. Firstly, I will talk to you guys about the process of internships at Christ University. Secondly, I will talk to you guys about my personal experience of internship, where did I intern and what were my learnings. Thirdly, I will give you guys some important tips which you need to keep in mind for your internship process so that you guys intern in good firms and have great learnings. So let's get started. Firstly, the process of internships at Christ University. As you all know, Christ University after each year has a year-end break which is from April mid till the start of June, which is about 6 to 7 weeks. After your first year, you are not required to do any compulsory internship if you are in an undergraduate program, which means you're free to do whatever you want to. But after your second year, there is a compulsory 6-week internship that you have to do with a firm. Regarding to the rules and regulations of internship, it all varies from department to department and from course to course. There might be a few courses for which there is no compulsory internship. However, you might have to do a research project, or there might be a few courses for which no compulsory internship or research project is required and you're free to do whatever you want to. However, usually after the second year, everybody does an internship. During my time, they had the rule that we could intern only in a firm which had a turnover of 100 crores and had more than 100 employees. They can still keep changing these rules and regulations, but you will be informed about it in your first year itself. There are a lot of firms which visit the Christ University campus even for internships. During my time, firms such as Goldman Sachs, Amazon, JP Morgan, Ernst and Young, they came for the internship process as well, which means we had to sit for the aptitude test, and if we were shortlisted, we had group discussions, and if we were shortlisted from there, then we had a personal interviews just to get selected for a compulsory 6-week internship program. But the firms coming in are very less, and the number of people who have to do internship are a lot, which means that majorly everybody else tries to find an internship on their own using their own connections or networks. One of the best parts is that you are not bound to do an internship just in Bangalore, which means you can look for an internship in your hometown or whichever other metro city that you want to, along with Bangalore if you have an option. They would assign an internship guide to you who would always be in touch with you. You all would be put into smaller groups of 6 to 7 people and you would be assigned one guide each. You would have to take permission from that guide. Even before starting your internship, you would have to tell the name of the company that you're working in and get it approved, which means that they want to see if it meets their minimum eligibility criteria for you to intern in that firm. After that, you would have to send each week a weekly report to your internship guides stating what you have done during that week with the firm. Along with that, there is also a book that you have to maintain and keep a daily record of whatever you do during your course of internship. After that, once you come to college, during your third year, you have to do a proper project on your internship. I personally feel doing an internship provides a lot of exposure and broadens your horizon to choose what you actually want to do in life. Secondly, my internship experience. Like I told you, after your first year, it is not compulsory for you to do an internship. However, I still opted to do one after my first year itself. So I stayed back in Bangalore and worked with a small startup called Buy My Time, which was in its development stages then. I knew one of the investors who had invested in the startup, and using a few connections and networks, I wrote to him and requested if he could offer me the position of an intern. He allowed me to do that. I worked with them for 4 weeks, and since it was my first internship experience, I really enjoyed. Believe it or not, if you're working in a startup, your learning is going to be very high in comparison to anybody else, because in a startup, they don't consider you as an intern. They would give you all the responsibilities and treat you as a normal employee. So you would get to learn a lot of things. Along with that, all the viewpoints and recommendations that I had were taken into consideration. We organized events for big corporates such as the Young Presidents Organization. Another advantage of working with them was since it was into events and experiences, I really enjoyed my time hustling and getting things done. Coming to the second year internship, which is like the compulsory internship which you all have to do, I could not clear through the process for companies which came on campus for their specific internship programs such as Goldman Sachs or JP Morgan. However, using a few connections and networks, I got through Z Entertainment, which is ZTV. I had a couple of round of interviews. After that, I was selected for this internship. I was very happy to get through because this internship was a proper internship program, which was like a 6 week, 6 department program where I got to intern with each department of ZTV, such as finance, marketing, human resources, ad sales, programming, research for 1 week each. My experience was great because this was the first time I was working with a multinational corporate firm, and since this office was in the heart of Bangalore, which is MG Road, I really enjoyed being in a very fancy office. Along with that, the people that I met during this internship were very experienced, and they taught me a lot of things about life as well as about the working of the media industry. They took me for their on-field marketing projects as well as even for shooting and broadcasting. I learned so much about the media industry in general, of how the shows happen, how broadcasting happens, how does the ratings come, and it was just all in all a very nice experience which was very enriching, and it broadened my horizon in terms of corporates and how working in a corporate feels like. Thirdly, tips which are very important for you. I have three very important tips that I want to tell you guys and which you all need to keep in mind for your internship program. Firstly, make sure that you intern with a firm in which you actually want to work in your future. Now, as you all know, during your third year, for a majority of courses, you might have to choose a specialization. So it is great if you try working or interning with a company which is directly inclined towards your specialization. What do I mean by that? Is that if you're choosing a specialization of finance in your third year, make sure you intern with a finance company. Likewise, if you plan to choose human resources as your specialization in third year, make sure you work with the HR firm or in the HR department of a particular firm. This will give you two benefits. Firstly, it would be a great add-on on your CV. Secondly, you might get a PPO. Now, for all those who don't know what a PPO is, PPO means a pre-placement offer, which means that a lot of students, while they're interning, they really perform well. And with the people that they're interning, they actually like your work. They might offer you a placement opportunity with the firm, which means that you do not have to go through the placement process all over again. And just after your college is done, you can directly come back and start working with the firm where you interned. A lot of students in my batch also got PPOs with the firms that they were working. So make sure you work with the firm that you actually want to work in real life so that it brings on the advantages of you towards getting a PPO. Secondly, it is like an added skill for you because even if you don't get a PPO, some other competing firm comes, they might choose you just because you've already worked in a similar environment in some other firm. To give you an example, if I interned with Ernst & Young and if I'm sitting for Deloitte placements, they might actually select me because they know I've already worked in a similar surrounding of a big four and I know what the work is and I'm happy doing that kind of work. So make sure that you work where your interest lies and where you actually want to get a job in the future. That way, the whole process just becomes easier if you get a placement offer or if you are working in the same department. Second, very important tip is that please apply early. A lot of students usually what they do is that they keep lingering on and they delay the process of applying for internships to very late. At the end, they might not get the internship that they actually want because getting to an internship is very tough because you have to write a lot of emails, you might have to sit for interviews, you would have to use your networks or connections. So it's a whole lot of process. So do not keep it for the last moment. In fact, try applying 4 to 5 months before your vacations start, which is April mid. So make sure you start applying in January or February itself so that you already have an internship with you before your vacation even starts. Thirdly, very important tip is please be in touch with your internship guide. A lot of students work with very good firms, but it's just that they do not keep in touch with the internship guides. They do not send them the weekly reports, and after that, once they come back to college, the internship guides reject their internship report just because they haven't been sending the weekly reports, and the internship guide might think that this guy was cheating or lying. So because of that, they can reject you, and you might have to do another internship during your October break or your December break, which is very, very tough to do. So make sure you keep your guide, which is your internship guide, informed at all the times, and keep sending him whatever he requires, be it your internship report, be it your weekly report, your daily report, or your whole internship report. Make sure you keep doing that and keep your internship guide happy, because at the end of the day, he's going to be the one who is going to be approving your internship report and giving you marks for your internship, which are going to be added to your degree. So I hope all these points were clear to you. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment below if you guys have any doubts, questions, or queries relating to internships. I would be more than happy to help. Lastly, do not forget to subscribe to my channel, because if you would do, I would be highly motivated to make more videos for you all. Take care, bye bye.